In 2015, there were 850,000 people arrested for marijuana use, and this is in spite of the fact that many of the public and medical community are in favor of its legalization. According to Matt Sledge on the Huffington Post, the prohibition of marijuana has cost state and federal government approximately $20 billion per year. I would like to convince you today that keeping marijuana illegal is a problem. Many of us at one point in time are going to either have a disease or our family members will have a disease that medical marijuana might help. I have researched the topic extensively on many reputable websites, both about the medicinal uses as well as recreational use and side effects. Today I would like to explain why I think that keeping it illegal is a problem, as well as a solution to the problem and the benefits of legalization of marijuana. The problem, marijuana is still illegal in 27 states. It is legal in 23 states for medicinal use only. Now, cannabis is one of the most researched therapeutic substances known in history. And there is 22,000 studies that have been posted to scientific literature regarding the medicinal aspects of the cannabinoid plant. Modern research is in conflict with government's position that marijuana is a dangerous substance. You can find this information in suntimes.org in a 2015 article titled Top 5 Anti-Marijuana Lobbying Groups Fighting Legalization. Now, to illustrate the problem, in 2013, an article by Shaughnessy Farrow is talking about because of the illegal status of marijuana, researchers have to get a DEA license and FDA approval. And in order to obtain the research-grade marijuana that they need to use, they have to go through the National Institute of Drug Abuse. So they have to get their approval, the National Institute of Health's approval, and the Department of Health and Human Services approval. Many of us at some time, or our family members, might have a disease that medical marijuana might help or alleviate symptoms. So it's very important that researchers be able to conduct the research and the clinical trials needed. The solution that I think would work is to have the government take control. And what I mean by that is to have control over the quality and purity of the plant. To also finance more research and study regarding the medicinal uses, as well as all of the side effects that it could potentially have, so that they will know more about the drug. Now, when they do this and have more quality control, this will eliminate the dangerous added chemicals that you find a lot in street marijuana. In order to kind of alleviate some objections, one point that was pointed out, there was a study that was given to the World Health Organization in 1995 stating that they did not have any reported cases of fatal overdoses with the use of marijuana. And also the American Medical Association claims that they think we need to review the fact that it is classified as a Schedule I controlled substance by the government in order to facilitate the clinical research studies that need to be done. Now, all of that information you can find on norml.org, morml.org. Now, the benefits of legalization obviously is going to be because it helps so many different diseases. With the legalization, people with chronic illnesses are able to use marijuana to alleviate their symptoms without the stigma, as well as people who want to use it recreationally can do so without fear of jail time. Without legalization, researchers will continue to have to go through a great deal of red tape. But not only that, courts will continue to profit from that, as well as the jails that are privately owned will continue to profit from the incarceration of people who use marijuana. Americans with diseases and illnesses, though, will benefit from the legalization of the plant. And there are several studies that state that the plant is good for treating seizures, diabetes, glaucoma, as well as many other diseases. And of course, the main one is with pain right now. So to conclude, I believe that it's important for everyone to do the research for themselves, to read and research both sides of the story. I think to alleviate fear that it's important to educate ourselves on the medical or medicinal purposes that marijuana can be used for. When I first started doing the research, I was actually against marijuana and against the legalization of marijuana until I started reading all the different things that it helps treat. So I think it's important, in order to really make a good judgment, to do some research, to do some reading, realizing that the adverse side effects of marijuana are so less severe than, say, the side effects from the abuse and use of alcohol. So I hope that this has given you a little bit more information, and that you will understand why I think that keeping it illegal is a problem, and that we should legalize the use of marijuana in all 50 states. Thank you.